The Keeper's Heart Bowl live auction draft for the Listener League on Old Fashioned Football on the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up with promo code OFFSGPN to score up to $1,000 in bonus cash. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Get your 7-day free trial by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM.
Hey, what's up? This is Sam Acho, and you're listening to Old Fashioned Football.
Old-fashioned football.
You make this deal right now, you pancake-eating mother.
All right, deal.
Old-fashioned football.
Welcome to Old Fashioned Football. If you're wondering who you're listening to, this is J Mark. You can find me on the X at J Mark Football. And if you're wondering who us is, that's Old Fashioned FB. Old Fashioned FB. I almost blotched that. We're still sick, and I'm going to bring on my co-host on the pod and in life before we keep going, because we got a live draft that's about to start. You can find her on the X at the Mermark. I'd ask how you're doing today, but I know that neither one of us are 100% right now.
No, definitely not.
I believe we have been hit by the COVID bug. It has been kicking our ass, and but we're here because we have the live draft. We want to, if you've never done an auction league, we want you to see how it works, and just kind of talk through some of the stuff. Now, I'm going to warn you right now. I don't know about you, Mer, but I've got some brain fog.
Yeah, it's been real. Like the brain fog has definitely been a thing. But we've also just been sleeping a lot.
Yeah, we have been sleeping a lot. But yeah, the brain fog is
We're
real.
on day 9. Like if I'm not better tomorrow, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself because I'm over this so bad.
Yeah. And yeah, I forgot to let the listeners, or I guess not the listeners that are in the league. I forgot to let them know that we are live. This will be live streamed. We got a couple people listening. Distiller Kate, who is a distiller of Keeper's Heart, who is sponsoring this league. The winner will get a bottle of Keeper's Heart, maybe some swag as well. I believe Cody won last year and he got a hat. I'm not sure what else, but anyways, Kate saying that she had COVID during last year's draft. So I guess it's a new tradition that every year during the Keeper's Heart Bowl, somebody's got to
have COVID.
This is our year. So you guys are going to have to get your year out of the way next year or something, because we already had it. We refused to do it. You're just drinking tea.
I am.
Which is okay. I made myself a little hot toddy.
I can't do it.
Feels a little early for it, but
way too early. And that doesn't even sound good. Nothing sounds good. Nothing tastes right. I'm just drinking tea.
Well, I made my hot toddy. Excuse me. I was taking a sip. I thought you were going to talk longer.
No, failed you.
I made my hot toddy with the, let me scroll back here so I can read it properly. It is the Keeper's Heart Irish American finished in orange sherry barrels.
I bet that's good.
Yeah, it is very good. Do you want to taste it?
No.
It's very good. 57% Irish whiskey, 43% American rye, finished in the orange sherry. And yes, it definitely, the orange in the hot toddy really picks it up a little bit. It's nice.
I bet. No, it does sound really good. I'm just can't do whiskey right now, Justin.
I understand.
We have 1 minute and 44 seconds.
So everybody better get in. It looks like we're still waiting on a couple. Well, you're in. No, you're not in.
I'm in.
Get in the draft room. You're not.
I'm watching the countdown from outside the draft room.
I'm going to shoot off a couple messages here to people to get them on. And especially
Sleeper has been doing this thing where it's not showing me who's online all the time, because we did a draft last week and everybody was in it, but it wasn't showing us that people were online.
Yeah, that's
we have
true.
A lot of people who are not green.
So I'm showing that RD is here, Distiller Kate is here, I am here, Nick is here, Cody is here, and you are here. Is that what you're showing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe it's accurate. We are missing half the draft, half the league.
I just sent off a message to our good buddy Rod via Gomez. Serial just checked in, so we're waiting on a couple more. I know Vitus was all pumped for it.
Mhm.
That's Sports Nonsense and Whiskey, so I'm sure they'll be here. Kate asking, is that orange sherry barrel good? Chef's kiss. Yeah, I think it's phenomenal, and it tastes. You should try it. I know you said you're not ready for whiskey, but this is really good, mixed with some honey and some lemon, and then the orange sherry. It's very good. We're almost noon here. Where is everybody?
I think we're gonna want to pause right away.
Well, I manually start it, so that's the
Okay.
good news. It can't start until
Everybody joins.
oh, Hunter is here. Shout out to Hunter. So we're looking for.
Where's Rod? Got to get Rod on.
I did text Rod. There's Sports Nonsense and Whiskey.
Mm-hmm. Looks like we're missing 3 people.
I'm texting, or I guess not texting. I'm messaging on Twitter, Bryce. Oh, he never mind.
Joined?
I won't message him. So looks like we're waiting on big games. Jamie Parag, part of the Go for Two pod. So check them out. Always fresh, never soggy in the chat. Good morning, peeps. Good morning, Cereal. I think it's Cereal's first auction. I believe it's Sports Nonsense and Whiskey's first auction. Looks like we're just waiting on 2. We'll give them a couple more minutes before we start here, but you can see our screen.
Well,
you cannot see my screen.
What did you just do?
I'm not sure what
Who
just happened.
let you be in charge of this?
I know. There we go. I think they could still see my screen. We just couldn't see it. Excuse you.
Sorry. It's going to happen. I'm so sorry, everybody.
Try to point it as far that way as you can. I'll try to point mine this way. If you've never done an auction, this is what it looks like to start. Draft pick doesn't matter because you can nominate people. Mm-hmm. And the crowd's getting restless.
Got to hit start. We are still waiting. I am not auto drafting. We will not auto draft. We are waiting for just 2 people to check in here.
Yeah, we're just going to give them a couple more minutes because we don't want to delay this too long because auction drafts do go a while. And I'm not sure how long our energy is going to last. But we're going to do the best we can.
Yeah. I despise auto drafts.
I know.
We are setting up our family. Well, we already set it up. The year 2 of our family league. And we draft that tomorrow night. And my cousin's like, well, that's what auto draft is for if he can't get off work in time. And I'm like, no, that's not what auto draft.
So the problem
don't want that.
The problem with auto draft, if you can see on our screen here that we're sharing, Christian McCaffrey, his projected value, which is based off of AAV, average auction value, is $83. Auto draft will bid him up to that. Yeah.
So whoever's auto drafting will get Christian McCaffrey at $83 unless somebody wants to go 84, but they will automatically, whoever is nominated, that person who's on auto draft will bid to the max to that AAV. Yeah. So you can't, it eliminates like you from being able to get players for a bargain or anything like that. And I don't know. I don't like it. And then if you were auto drafting and people are going to go over their AAV, you don't have a chance because auto draft won't keep going for you.
Right. RD asking, can we just adjust auto pickers max bid to $1? Is that a thing? It's not on here. It's the one thing that I noticed ESPN added that had ESPN a little bit better because they have a thing where you can hit a selection, and then if somebody logs off, it won't automatically go to auto drafting them, which is kind of nice. I think we're just going to have to get started. What do you think? You want to give it another minute here?
We're still waiting on just 2 people?
Just 2 people, yep. Because Bryce and Hunter were on. They're showing off now, but
we're just waiting on Rod.
Just waiting on Rod.
Just waiting on Rod.
Logging on now. Rod just texted me, so he'll be here.
We'll give him a minute here.
Yep. Nick saying, let's talk about your NCAA college football experience and how Boise State are doing while we're waiting. Yes, if you have not played the new college football game, it is a lot of fun. After winning 2 national championships with Boise State, I made the mistake of, while my star quarterback, running back, and wide receiver were going into the draft, of switching to the SEC. I switched places with Vanderbilt. And the SEC has been beating me up a little bit. But you know what? We're still hopeful.
Really, Nick? Really?
Miranda's so excited she got to listen to all that. Just
All right.
pinging the crowd, making sure everybody's ready. It still doesn't show Rod on, but he did say he was logging on. Did RD saying let's assign them 4-string kickers. Let's go over our
let's
roster
do.
real quick.
We sorry. We are drafting. Whoa, if I can get back to
You
it.
want me to do it? You
Nope,
getting
I've
it?
got it.
Okay.
We have 3 flex positions, 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and a tight end. The 3 flex, and then we have 5 bench spots. We do not do kickers and defenses in this league.
It was voted.
It was voted on.
Excuse me.
And I'm not sad about it.
Yeah, no, it was voted.
We are not doing super flex though.
That was also voted on, much to Cody's disappointment. I know Cody loves super flex.
I'm in a lot of super flex leagues, and I'm okay doing one that's not.
One that's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you ready to start? It looks like everybody's ready.
Everybody's in. Let's
And
do
here
this.
we go. Start draft has been clicked. Oh, yes, I'm sure I want to start it.
We are sharing your screen, and I am drafting over here from my phone. so-
Which it's tough running a podcast and drafting. I'm going to blame that on our terrible finish last year.
we were on a team last year. We did not do that this year, and it is for the best for everybody.
Yeah, it didn't work out all right. And Christian McCaffrey up first, which makes sense. RD started him at $20. Now I saw him in the league yesterday go for $70. So
His AAV is 83. So do we think he's going to go that high in this league?
maybe. That's a lot of money to spend on one player when you have to fill out your entire roster.
Mm-hmm.
This is when it gets
It would
interesting
leave
when
you
we're sitting
with
right next.
$117 left to fill out the rest of your draft.
Yeah, math.
I did it right.
I know you did it right. I paused like, does that sound right?
It is right.
What's really going to be interesting is you and I sitting right next to each
I
other,
know.
bidding against each other.
I know.
So I keep trying to bid against you, but beer guy was beating me to it. Oh, now you bid against me. So if you've never done an auction, it's as simple as an auction. You place your bids and get whatever player you want as long as you have the money to spend on them and you want to spend it. Christian McCaffrey is now at $60, 61.
62.
Are we worried about his calf injury? He has a calf injury that's been lingering. They said he'll be ready week 1. Are we worried though?
McCaffrey and his calf injury. No, I don't know if I'm worried about that. No, I'm not worried about it. He is currently at $68. 4 seconds left on the clock. Looks like he's going at 68.
And RD pointing out that he went with the strategy, did not bid on Christian McCaffrey at all. So he was putting somebody out there that he knew would drain somebody's bank account. And yeah, Cody got him at
He did not go for his
$67.
AAV. His AAV is steep to me. I don't know if I could spend $83 on a single player. I don't know that I've ever seen that happen in any of our leagues we've been in where somebody's gone for that price.
Right. Yeah, that would
Which
be
is
crazy.
crazy.
Tyreek Hill is up next. Distiller Kate,
Oh.
the Dolphins fan, nominating him. And he's already up to $32. I got him in a league for $50, I believe it was. I was pretty happy about that.
Well, let's not say that now.
Why? Because you're trying to get him?
Why don't you just stop it? Yeah, his AAV right now is 57, and he's
had 2 seasons in a row of 1,700 yards, which is just insane. His projection, if you believe Sleeper, 1558. And Nick pointing out I got Tyreek for $51, so I got Jonathan Taylor for $50, which Miranda also doesn't want me to point out. But that was in a keeper league, which runs a lot different than a startup.
Yes. He is now at $51. I'm going to let these people spend their money. Spend. Is he going to go over 51?
Yeah.
I guess he's at 50.
He went for $50 to the Dolphins fan, correct?
Yep.
Oops. Let me get this. There we go. Yep, to the Dolphins fan. So 2 players down. McCaffrey for 67, Tyreek Hill for 50, and
Serial is nominating.
Sir Longdong.
Serial.
Yes.
Jamar Chase.
Oh man. He still doesn't have a contract.
No, this
Is he going to play?
I would like some input. We did not have an opportunity to get in another fantasy roundtable before the season.
Yeah, I know. Unless we squeeze one in this coming week, but
Yeah, like he's somebody like what do you do? Do you go for him? He's currently going for $37 right now.
I've been avoiding him
Mm-hmm.
personally. I just don't trust the situation. We talked about on our pod last week that I made that mistake. Oh, he's gone.
Yep.
For $37. If he plays, that's probably good value, right?
Mm-hmm.
He might have been on my bus list, but that's okay. Mur, who's your top target? You
I
probably
am
don't
not
want to say.
telling you who my top target is, and if you think I'm dumb enough to say that out loud on our podcast,
Okay, who is somebody? Are you planning on nominating somebody you want or somebody you don't want?
we'll just have to see.
Oh my goodness. Well, I plan on nominating somebody I don't want. I'll go ahead.
I usually don't nominate if I'm looking at like a. Oh,
Sorry, Barkley
Juan.
just went from 14 to 38.
People are not messing around.
No, they aren't. He's now at $39. The bid is up to 40.
The second running back
I'm just
nominated, Bijan Robinson and Breece Hall are still out there.
Yep.
Jahmyr Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor,
Murr's top target is Jimmy G, Nick says.
Jimmy G. Oh, Jimmy G.
You know, he might get playing time if Matt Stafford can't stay healthy. He is the backup in LA now.
Mm-hmm. He has bounced around.
Yeah, he's bounced around a lot. And Barkley went for $43 to Mr. Nick Fortune.
Mm-hmm.
Bust. Just kidding, Nick. It's interesting.
I think
to
that's
see
too bad. And, you know, you think-
$34 less than McCaffrey.
Yeah, I was just gonna say McCaffrey going for
Or
67.
24, sorry. Can we lower the nomination time next round?
What is that?
I'm not
What's
sure
it set at right now?
how to do it, Cody.
Cody is a sleeper guru with all of his leagues.
He's a want to get it done now type guy.
Yeah. I would like to get it done now too. Oh, Breece Hall currently going for $17.
21 now. Don't bid against me.
What do you think about the
Don't bid against me.
I am doing what I want. What do you think about this Jets offense and the run for them?
I mean, I think can you trust Aaron Rodgers to stay healthy?
No.
I say no. I think Aaron Rodgers is a little washed anyways, but I do think Breece Hall is the man. I think he's going to do well no matter what. Cody, I'm trying to figure this out for you.
Does that mean you're out on Breece?
Nominations during phase. 10 seconds is a little quick, isn't it? Well,
No, I think we need to be on top of this.
Okay, 10 seconds.
We're all here. We got to get it done.
Breece Hall currently at $55. Miranda was at 51. Is she going to hit 56? Going once, going twice. Sold. She did not.
$55. I did not.
I tried to change the draft settings. It did not work. Sorry, Cody. Patrick Mahomes. Rod just thrown out a quarterback out of nowhere. It's our first quarterback, so it's hard to gauge how much he's going to go for.
Ooh. Jumped from $5 to $14 by Serial.
I guess Serial is serious about his. You know, do you have a little bit of buyer's remorse from last year? Because we spent a lot of money on Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, and it did not end up
It
well.
was I don't know. I'm kind of mad at the Chiefs for how they treated us during the in season, and then
they were mad at the Chiefs.
And then they were back in prime form.
Miranda wrote them a
For
letter
the off season.
that
How
they're
dare
the
you do me
reason-
like that?
Yeah, they're the reason we lost.
That is not the reason. Our RB1 was who was our RB1? I can't even remember. A nobody, because we had no money.
Everybody can see who I'm nominating, but this is for Serial, the Cowboys fan. Little CD Lamb.
So you are nominating somebody you don't want.
Correct.
So this is more like a.
Or do I? It depends. It all depends on value, right? Like everybody has a value, and he has almost exceeded his value. No.
Oh my God. His AAV is $56. Currently going for 33, 34.
I don't have any shares of CD Lamb, so it'd be nice to maybe get one, but
I don't know if it's going to be this league for you.
I didn't realize that Patrick Mahomes went for $50. Did you?
No. Did we miss that?
Yeah.
$50?
Mm-hmm. Yes, he went for $50. To Hunter, I believe, is Sanders.
Who also has Brees Hall for $55. You have $95
Woo.
left. Ouch. $50. I don't think I've ever seen a quarterback go for 50. What was happening and how did we miss that?
I don't know how. We were sleeping apparently. CD just went for 46. It's actually probably good value.
I think that is good value.
You were yelling at me, so I missed it. Now we got Justin Jefferson up. And
people have been talking down about him because the quarterback situation there, but I don't think people realize that last season he played with 4, or was it 3 of the 4?
Yeah,
3 of the 4 probably, I think, because of his injury. And it didn't affect him at all fantasy wise. Like, it does not affect him.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's just, is he going to be exactly the same without?
It's
Kirk?
Justin Jefferson. He didn't have Kirk Cousins.
Hunter says he's having trouble with his draft. Well, you got 2 players. Hopefully that doesn't mean they were auto drafted. Anyways, Justin Jefferson is at $44 right now.
Mm-hmm. With an AAV of 43. And I'm out on him right now, just at that price. I think that there's still some really good wide receivers on the board.
Yeah, 45.
I can spend less and do just as good.
Yeah, yep. It seems fair enough, but yeah, I just
there's Bijan.
Brian.
Different Robinson.
It would be funny to nominate Brian Robinson instead of Bijan to catch people off guard. By the way, I think Serial's probably disappointed that you didn't get Brees with your Brees love. And shout out to Serial, who sent you a really nice Brees card and some Bears cards to go with it.
Thank you, Serial.
We'll have to show them one of our pods. Get them, see if we can get them on the screen there. Bijan is going crazy. It's hard to talk and bid at the same time, huh?
It is.
What's the over-under on Murr not spending all her money?
Well, let me tell you this. I finished one of my first drafts. I don't remember which one it was last week because we had so many going on where I didn't spend all my money. And I thought, what is going on? I'm usually left with $1 players at the end.
But then in Fortune's League, you had to nominate, what, 5 $1 players?
More than that, but yes. No, it was because I had $3 max.
Speaking of Fortune, he now has Barkley and Bijan. We're sleeping a little there. That's part of the thing too. Like, do you go?
Well, there's like there's his half of his budget is just on his 2 running backs. Then, like, I don't know. That's hard for me.
But also, do you play a little defense at that point where you know Bijan's a good player and you don't want Nick to have Barkley and Bijan? I mean, obviously we didn't, but are you going to bid on Amon-Ra? I see you with your finger over there thinking about it.
You can't look over here.
This is Cody's guy.
I don't like.
If Cody doesn't get Amon-Ra, I'll be disappointed because this is his guy.
Let's see. Oh, $51 right now.
You and I both sitting with nobody right now.
I can't spend a quarter of my budget on somebody right now. That isn't. I guess I could. But I don't know.
I'm going to bid Cody up a little bit. Why not?
He's going to sticky with him. Ooh. Do we think he's going to go for 60? Or do we think this is it? Is Cody getting him at 57? Nope. There he goes.
Now, but I wanted to bid him up one more.
Well, he's currently at $59, which is $18 over his AAV.
Sorry, Cody. I bid you up one more because I knew you were going to do it. Cody also has a race thing today. He's officiating a race. So he's probably like, as soon as I can get loaded up with good players and have a little money left, and then he can just set his queue for his dollar players. Woo! AJ Brown just jumped from $1 to 40. That was interesting. Sports Nonsense Whiskey, big on AJ Brown, apparently. Oh, and so are you going in.
You are out on AJ Brown, and I don't want to hear your negativity about him.
His AAV is 34. Your current bid is 43.
And It looks like I've got him for 43,
Got
and
your
I'm okay
first
with that.
player
For under $50, and he's gonna do well for me, despite all of your negativity on the
Negativity.
Eagles.
It'll be an interesting
Mhm.
division.
Garrett Wilson. Oh, it's my nomination. I
Oh,
guess
were you not paying attention?
I wasn't. It's okay. I'm
'Cause
good
you-
with
you
this
like Garrett
because
Wilson?
no, I'm out on him. He's already jumped up to $41.
Mom checking in. Bids are flying fast. Good to get some ideas before our family league draft tomorrow. That's right.
Mhm.
Tell Dad not to draft 4 quarterbacks again in a
It
standard league.
angers me if you're not in a super flex and you're drafting.
Both of our dads did it.
I
It
know.
was their first year, to be fair.
8 quarterbacks off the board because of our dads.
My dad said he wanted the same tight ends, but he knew you weren't going to let that happen. He had Laporta and Kittle last year.
Mm-hmm.
You probably won't let that happen. There's your guy Gibbs
There is Gibbs.
with his hamstring injury that's going to end up leading to a torn
Would
ACL.
you knock it off? What is wrong with you? I don't feel good enough for this bullshit, Justin.
Quick update, since I'm not going to bid on him. I know that you normally read this promo, but I'm going to go ahead and read it real quick.
Yes.
Since you
have
are
at it.
in the bid, let
I
me know
am.
if somebody
It
else
is
is up.
Serious over here.
We're brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. And Underdog Fantasy Pick'em gives you a chance to win 1,000 times your entry or play fantasy football the right way with Best Ball. Best Ball Mania is live with $15 million in prizes, and you can now use specials and boosts on all flexed entries. Sign up with promo code OFFSGPN to claim your special pick and a first-time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus cash. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code OFFSGPN. And we're going to be giving out some Underdog Fantasy picks each week on our show. Make sure you tune into that. It'll be a new segment. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Have you ever wanted to create your own sports betting model for football? Do you even know what a sports betting model is? If you don't, check out my article that's coming out next week on a sports betting model. Anyways, SGPN's proud partner Rhythm is the #1 AI-powered sports betting platform that helps provide bettors of all levels the ability to build custom predictive betting models in seconds and get predictions for betting on money line spreads, totals, and props. Build your own model, copy one of the top performing models from the leaderboard, or build a model for me and Rhythm. Use the build a model for me, and Rhythm will give you predictions for every game and player prop, and also has a myriad of stats, research, and trends analysis to give you even more betting insights. Claim your 7-day free trial by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. All right. I had to hurry up because Jonathan Taylor was on there.
Yep. Jahmyr Gibbs went for $46, $3 over his AAV. And I got him.
Hunter was saying you got Gibbs.
Yep.
Nice. Hunter just saying that it keeps saying he doesn't have the high offer. I just got that message too. When the bids are flying so fast, sometimes that can happen.
Yep.
I do like Sleeper a little bit. Or I guess on Sleeper, you can put your money up either way. You can do that on the app, right? Like you can increase.
Yeah.
Like you could set it
sign
at 50
Yeah.
if you wanted.
Yep.
Good to know. That's something on ESPN that you can't. All right. Man.
He is going.
RD and I are battling it out.
He's
RD
currently
is
at $52, $53.
I'm just gonna let RD have him.
I'm
He
feeling
can
good
spend the
getting
money.
Gibbs at 46.
Well, Jonathan Taylor's gonna be much better,
No,
but
nope.
just gonna let RD have him. Psych. Reverse psychology. Went in for the last second bid, even though I hate when people do the last second bid. It's like it's gonna reset it to 10 seconds. So
Was that 56? Breece Hall went for 55.
I know, but if you look at who's left, and if you
This
don't have
is
a
the
running
thing.
back,
Like, if you don't have a running back, some of the running backs who aren't, like, they'll go way over their AAV because
Jonathan
it's all
Taylor
who's
for 56. Sorry, go ahead.
because they're the only ones like left for those top 10.
Yeah, what am I gonna do? Go after Kyron Williams? I don't think so.
Derrick Henry.
Another thing I like on Sleeper, you can hit this pass button. I'll pass on Marvinson. Actually, I actually don't pass on anybody until they reach a certain. I mean,
yeah, if you can get somebody.
we heard this at the
For that.
Fantasy Football Expo last year that somebody said, I'm not going to name names, but they said they make their bids and then they just kind of check out. I don't get that because everybody has a price, right?
Mhm.
Like Marvin Harrison, I might not think he's going to be a top 12 wide receiver this year, but if he's only sitting at $12, you want to be paying attention, not checked
Mhm.
out, because he's probably going to be worth that. Anyway, I just, that kind of rubbed me the wrong
So yeah,
way.
maybe like if you don't think he's going to be that top 12, but he's right outside of it, and you can get him really cheap. Why
Mhm.
wouldn't you want that for your?
Yeah.
your
and he went
team.
for $29, was it? Yeah, $29.
Mhm.
Bryce now has Garrett Wilson and Marvin Harrison, a couple of young, talented guys there. I'm sitting at only one player, Cereal, and Sports Nonsense and Whiskey, and Rod Villagomez still sitting
Puka.
with no players. Puka! Oh, he jumped quickly.
He did. Some people don't mess around here.
Sir Long Dong. Cereal bet him up quickly. I haven't checked for sure yet, but Cereal sent me a little footy bet this morning, a little soccer bet. And he's a spreadsheet guy, and he's got some good intel on soccer. Don't know if it hit yet, but we're hopeful. Fingers crossed. I see that you and I are battling here a little bit.
I am not paying attention to
I need
who I'm
you
going
to.
against.
I need you to.
because I'm just doing what I need to do for me.
Well, you need to butt out of this.
Mm-mm.
The wide receivers are getting a little slim for those top guys.
I had him in my rankings ranked at. I'm not talking to you. Get out of here.
The awkwardness.
I have a
of
max
sitting next
bet
to
of
each
like
other.
100. So do you really want to do this?
I have a max bet at 1-4.
That would
You really
suck.
want to do this?
Do you know how much that would suck though? To have to draft the rest of your draft
We're gonna be
for
fighting the
$1.
rest of the day over this.
Justin, get out of here.
Oh, I gotcha. Got you now. Oh, okay. I was hoping you're gonna bid. I don't want to spend that much.
Are you serious?
No.
He went $19 over his AAV. I do, when we did our rankings, I have him at wide receiver 5.
Yeah. Which at this point, I mean, the next wide receiver projected is Devonta Adams, so it makes sense to spend on Puka.
But you just,
Rod saying, "I hate it when mom and dad fight."
oh,
Luckily, we're a little too tired to get too feisty with each other.
I'm not happy with you though. I'm so not happy with you.
Enjoy spending your $50 on Puka.
Hey, I've got Gibbs, AJ Brown, and Puka. So
It's a good core besides the two busts.
they're not busts. They're busts in your mind. How? I'm not doing this, Justin. I don't have it in me. We're not doing this.
Serial weighing in saying it cash. Thank you, sir. Yeah, appreciate that. I don't know what Nick's talking about. The Newcastle game did not have that. Little early morning footy action, which could be taken in multiple different ways, couldn't it?
Looking at who doesn't. Would you knock it off? Looking at who doesn't have any player. There's a few teams who haven't drafted anyone yet.
Sports Nonsense, Whiskey, Rod, and Cereal.
Mm-hmm.
Rod, you got to draft somebody, buddy. The pressure him
Well,
into bidding.
would you
more
look
than he
at what
wants.
people are going for? It's
I know.
insane.
Rod, I would bid on Derrick Henry right now. He could fight with his co-host of the NASCAR Gambling Podcast, Cody.
You're
Make sure
all
you
for
check that out.
inciting drama.
I know, right? I'm a bit of a pot stirrer.
Oh man, I'm not. Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna have to just be good with that. I don't like the negativity you're pushing my way about my team. I like my team.
Why would I say good things about your team? We're against each other this year.
So you've complimented my teams and leagues we've been in together before.
Not publicly.
So there it is. Everyone heard it.
Yep, not publicly. Travis Etienne, who in my book is the next best rated running back on the board right now. Currently at $47 to Sports Nonsense and Whiskey. Make sure you check out their pod. It's a lot of fun. They talk sports, nonsense, and a little whiskey. It's not nonsense. The nonsense part is sometimes they talk about some movies and some different stuff like that. My turn to nominate. Go ahead and nominate this stud.
Why don't you?
Sarcasm.
Why don't you tell me what you told me? Why don't you say what you told me last week about Kyron?
Oh, yeah.
If I could get words
What
out,
are you
Justin.
trying to spit out over there? So Kyron Williams was named the punt returner for the Rams.
Which is,
it's very
I'm
interesting.
Wouldn't you say that position has a lot of risk for injury?
It does. You normally don't name your starting running back as your starting punt returner.
Because
that's usually a no-no because of the injury risk.
Yeah.
Jamie pointing out from the Going for Two pod, it won't let me bid negative money for Kyron.
So, like, I don't know how to feel about that. When I heard that, I was like, ooh, like, that just doesn't seem like you're not protecting your starting running back.
And Sean McVay is not known for running a 2 running back system. So
Mhm.
I think he'll still be their starter. But to me, I think it's more of, hey, we have confidence that Blake Corum, is good enough that if Kyron gets hurt, we're fine.
Josh Allen on the board.
Which Kyron, I mean, he was hurt his rookie year. He's already shown a little bit of an injury history.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's definitely a interesting take. Josh Allen for
Our second quarterback,
$29 right now.
$30. And
30.
I can never spend that much on my quarterback because I'd rather put the money into my wide receivers and running backs, like my RB1 and 2, wide receiver 1 and 2.
But Serial did get his
or
first
my tight
player.
end. He did.
Josh Allen, $30.
$30. It was under his AAV.
And he does. It does feel like he will be the number 1 or number 2, right?
Mhm.
Quarterback.
Oh yeah.
You had him as number 1. I had Patrick Mahomes as number 1.
You did.
But we had the others as number 2, didn't we? I had Josh Allen as number 2. I don't know what you had, Patrick. I don't remember.
I think I had him as. I don't remember.
I think you had him as 2, but
I
Drake
think
London
so.
up.
I don't know who I would have above him.
Drake London should have a big increase in catchable targets, which we know, talking with Kyle Pitts, that 75% of his missed catches were deemed uncatchable. So now Kirk Cousins is there. That should help Drake London out a lot. And he's currently at $24, which it feels fair for a guy that could be a top guy. I thought you were getting ready to bid. You're
no.
Yeah, good point. Oh, no. She's like, I would never bid on Drake London. Oh, no. So we're 30 minutes in.
We are.
We have a lot of 2 people with nobody.
It's rough. I when we did this last year, it was the first time in a very long time that we did a auction
startup
league from scratch. I don't think that, like, there's not a lot of, or I haven't seen a lot of redraft auction leagues.
Yeah, no, it seems like a lot are keepers.
Obviously, that's what we offer here on Old Fashioned Football.
Yeah.
For our listeners. But it takes a while. It takes a long time to go through, and
Serial almost got me there. This is why you have to really pay attention. Brian Thomas was at $7. I was
You're
getting ready to put in 8.
Serial for the $21 bid.
Yeah, I about had him for 22, which I didn't necessarily want.
And look, he went for 21. Now, tell me, do you think he could have gotten cheaper then?
I mean, I don't want to diss Serial's play. It's his first auction league, but I think he could have been cheaper. It's hard to say.
It is, because it is. Sometimes it's easy to keep hitting offer. Keep hitting that bid.
You get swept up in that.
But then when it jumps like that, then it makes you think.
I mean, I'm that way.
So it's possible he could have gone more than $21.
I'm that way in real auctions. I haven't been to a real auction in a long time, and that makes me a little bit sad. I love going to auctions, but once you get that bid and they point at you and you get that little flush of excitement of I'm going to win.
Oh my God.
And then somebody else bids, you just get that, like, no, I want that flush of excitement again. I'm going to raise my hand. You're probably glad I haven't been to many auctions.
Yes.
I used to bring home a lot of crap.
I know. And you're like, but I can sell these. And I was like, then do it.
And I did. I was always in the profit.
You were.
So.
You were. But there were sometimes things that you didn't
sell.
Back
then, we didn't really have the space to put it. And so it was just all
cluttered. I want you to stop talking right now. No, I want you to stop talking. Devin Chan going for $35 right now.
And we've talked about him, how got a lot of potential for big plays, but what's that running back room going to look like? I mean, they still have Raheem Mostert, who was RB2 in fantasy football last year and very successful. They drafted Jalen Wright. They still throw the ball quite a bit. It's going to be interesting to see what impact he has, because he's going at a high AAV and a high ADP.
Yes, he absolutely is.
Nick bringing up a great point. We have so much space now. We could go to a Storage Wars auction and buy just a...
Could you stop, Nick? Nick, you are about to make the list, which I don't even know what that is, but you're going to make the list.
Kyle Pitts is up. Little Pitts passion. Miranda, why aren't you bidding? I don't see
I
you hitting that
nominated him.
button. Oh,
I
you did?
nominated him for you. Let's get this going.
My mother also saying we have plenty of crap you can have. We'll help you load it.
Nope.
But is it sellable? I'll help you sell it for a profit.
Kyle Pitts currently going for $14.
I haven't
15.
gotten any shares of Kyle Pitts this year. It's a little
This is
disappointing.
your opportunity, Justin, to
Well,
spend.
I'm at
to-
15.
In the words of Nick Fortune, blow your wad
I
on Kyle
wouldn't
Pitts.
say I blew my wad at $15, but
That's ridiculous to me. I just can't. We're gonna have to see how this season plays out, and I will.
when I beat you because Kyle Pitts goes off on our matchup,
whatever. No,
you can cry about it on the pod.
nope. There's so much hype over him year after year, and it doesn't pan out.
Okay.
Nope.
Cody will get into this with you too. I saw him get into it with Sean. He has Kirk Cousins throwing to him now. If you look at his first year, I mean, he went over 1,000 yards as a rookie.
But that just tells me that his talent is dependent on his quarterback.
But it's not
not just true talent where he can make things happen. What did you tell me? 65% of his passes were uncatchable. Or were they uncatchable, or was it because he didn't run his route correctly to get there and catch it?
No, they were deemed uncatchable.
They were deemed uncatchable because he wasn't there.
I think that
Because he didn't get there.
I do think that takes into account on the route he's on.
Nope.
But
Nope. I think there's two ways you could look at that, Justin.
Devontae Adams just went for $26 to Rod. Rod is Devontae
Ooh.
Adams' guy from his Fresno State days.
I think that was good.
That's the real reason I transferred Boise State out of the MAC West there, because I felt bad continuing to or the Mountain West, continually beating Rod's Fresno State Bulldogs. Chris Olave.
Ooh. Going for
If I get
$16.
If I get him, I could have my team name be Olave Pitts.
Why?
Like I love a Pitts.
Oh my god. You're too much. You're too much. That's something I'm failing at, and I've recognized it, and it kind of bums me out. But I'm failing at team names. I'm in so many leagues, and it's like, oh my gosh, you have to have a team name. And
all you need is Tua. You can make
so many Hawk Tua
team names with Tua. I think I made mine. I had Tua and Tyreek Hill, and it was a little Hawk Tua on the hill or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Here's your guy.
Why don't you
I'll
stop
go ahead and
talking
hit
right
the
now?
pass button.
You're passing.
Bust.
You are passing. You think my whole team, everybody I want, is just a bust?
You see, I'm bidding against you, correct?
Get out of here.
I mean, for this price, he's worth it.
Would you spend his AAV of $29?
Maybe. Are you going to?
I'm not telling you.
You're looking at your one other main target at tight end.
Would you knock it off? You can't look at my phone. Just get out of here.
What? No, it's on my screen. I can see it on my screen. Everybody bid Miranda up on Sam.
I do think that Kelsey is going to have. Would you get out of here? You're upsetting me. And I don't feel good enough for your crap, Justin.
You're going to let Travis Kelce go for $31? Well,
He went for $31. It's okay.
Yep.
I have my limits.
You have your limits. So we still have one team without a player. That would be Sports Nonsense and Whiskey, which means pretty soon he'll be able to command the draft and get all the players he wants. Nick changed his fantasy football name to Nebraska Apesta. I wouldn't want Nebraska in my name no matter what. That's just my opinion. So we got Sam Laporta going. Miranda's in a bidding war, so I'll talk about it. He's at $30 right now. Bryce has it now. Fortune has it at $31. I really want to do an auction draft with a live auctioneer. Remember that guy?
Yes, he was fun.
Yeah, he was.
We met
fun.
him at the expo.
Yeah, we met a guy at the expo.
And he does
who's an auctioneer, but he does fantasy football drafts.
Yes.
Live. And we got Miranda at $34. Will anybody bid $35 against her? Here comes Fortune with a $35 bid.
Of course he does. Well, who else does Fortune have right now?
Well, he can't make you angry because of kickers and defenses bidding you up on
this
them.
is true.
So.
And Anyway, you were talking about the auctioneer.
Yes, he was a fun guy, and I just think that would be awesome to do a live auction draft with an actual auctioneer.
Mhm.
That would be pretty cool. Rather than all sitting staring at our screens, we might have our little cheat sheets, but we're actually bidding on it. That would be cool. Could use like Monopoly money, so we have real money to pay. You okay? Good now?
I don't know. I'm talking way too much.
Drink some more of your tea. You need a shot of whiskey. That's what you need. It cures all. I just put a $23 bid in on Mike Evans, regretting a little bit after hitting the bid button, but now I have Jonathan Taylor, Mike Evans, and Kyle Pitts.
I have my max is $16.
16?
Yeah, but I have more players than Cody does, and he's in a max of 16. So
there, Cody.
take that. Cody has 3 players and has a max of $16. So I'm kind of out on a lot of people right now. But that's okay.
Kind of.
It's okay. I've got a good core. Oh, I have just one more player.
I
Than
did
he
let
does.
Miranda know because I think she's feeling the worst of it a little bit right now. That she is welcome to. I'll throw a little thing up here. You can take your leave and draft from the bedroom with your tea if you need to.
No, I'm good.
I don't want you to.
This is it's awful because we're on day 9 and I still feel like I could sleep forever.
I thought it was day 8. I
No,
thought
we're
we
on day
decided-
9.
Oh,
Tomorrow's
yeah,
day
'cause you
10. And
count
if I'm not
funny.
better by 10 days of this,
Then what?
I don't know.
What's
going
going
to
to happen? I'm going to cry.
I do and I don't do well being sick. Like I do well being sick as in like I keep working or I keep doing like through when I'm sick. But whenever you're sick this long and it hits you this hard, like I don't do well because I can't do anything and things.
This is
I'm
how men
not
always
somebody-
feel with a cold.
No, but I'm not somebody who can just sit still and do nothing. Like there's so much to do all the time.
I
You just got to
believe-
keep doing it.
I believe yesterday in frustration, you said that you just didn't want to spend the rest of your life in bed. In bed sick. I was like, well, it's just going to be till you get better. I'm tired of not doing things.
9,
Well, you
10
gotta
days
get better.
seems like a lifetime.
Nick wanted to know if you want him to sing Soft Kitty.
Please no. I'm not at that point.
Last time he offered me that I said yes. He just sent me the YouTube clip from The Big Bang Theory, so it wasn't him singing it at all. So now I pass on that. Are you interested in Joe Mixon at
It doesn't matter
18?
because I have a max of 16.
Which I knew, but I had to make you say it.
But yes, I am interested in Joe Mixon. I got him in another league this year. Man, when you do keeper leagues for auction, it's so different because you get people contracted and you have a bulk of your team like already like depending on how you do your keeper leagues contracted, and I don't know.
And you can
when
get
you
in
do
bad
these
contracts, too.
redrafts, but when you do these redrafts, like I've blown my money on 4 players. I've got $25 left.
You sounded so sad when you said I've got $25. Please, sir, have some change.
Thank you for muting.
Trying to
Nobody
mute
needs
you
to
when I
hear
can.
that. I know.
And this
Nico,
is your guy.
Nico is my guy. It's okay. I got Puka. Puka and Nico are
Two of your
two
faves.
of my top targets this year.
I need to quietly think about my next running back target without playing my hand. Because I only have a running back, a wide receiver, and a tight end.
How
I
much
do have a
money do
max-
you have
I
left?
have a max bid of 96.
Okay, you're doing
$106
good. But when you get that 4th person and you have to spend a lot of money, then you'll kind of be sitting where I am.
Yeah, for sure.
People went high. I still can't believe Patrick Mahomes went for 50.
Well, and Hunter did say that he didn't mean to do that. I think somebody bid it up to 49 and he was just trying to click the bid button. And
Yep.
so he got stuck with it at 50, which happens. I about got that on. I don't remember what player I said I almost got that on, but that is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Apologize, Hunter. But the good news is Patrick Mahomes is one of the best, and it's a free league at least. Hopefully, win you some whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter was asking if we had been to the Cedar Ridge distillery because he's only about 30 minutes from home, I believe.
Oh,
And
I
we
don't
have
think
not been
we
there.
haven't.
No.
Mm-mm.
We've had Cedar Ridge, but it was a long time ago, and I remember not caring for it. But our
This was
palate has changed a
before.
lot.
Yeah, it was years and years ago.
Yeah,
You weren't as
big
Wait.
on the whiskey.
well. You have been. Oh, you weren't
I guess
the whiskey connoisseur that you are now.
Yeah, I say I've always liked whiskey. I mean, I remember giving $20 to my buddy Paul and asking him to go pick me up something when he was going to go get something because I was underage. Don't tell anybody. Nobody drinks underage in college. But anyways, he asked what I wanted, and I said Jack Daniels, and that was the first bottle of alcohol I paid for, a bottle of Jack. So I started with whiskey. And then I switched to Wild Turkey 101.
You started with whiskey. You didn't start with like Boone's Farm or anything like the rest of us.
I mean, I had some Boone's Farm in my day, but that was not my first bottle purchased.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I guess my first alcoholic drink was a mudslide, though. I did have a mudslide in Cancun. Real manly drink. Basically, give me some ice cream with whiskey in it or alcohol in it. It's not whiskey, but yeah.
Josh Jacobs is who I'm nominating.
Because you knew RD would blow his wad on him?
I don't know. I'm not going to get... Oh, yep. So there you go. Sir Long Dong.
I like how you said his name instead of cereal. I had crazy SGPN dreams last night.
I've been having... That's one thing. Like, I think I'm getting so much REM.
Yeah.
Because I am
Have you
having...
had crazy dreams?
Yes. And it's all over the place, but many dreams a night.
Yeah. Same. Last night... this has nothing to do with our auction draft. So if you don't want to hear this, just follow along on the screen. You can see Josh Jacobs is at $33 now. Last night, one of the dreams was that we were going to a wedding, but there was some sort of child's dance performance before the wedding. And you got mad because two of your cousins sat by you, not leaving a seat for me. So I had to sit at the way back, and suddenly CJ Sullivan was there. Bottom Line Bomb. CJ Sullivan was there, and he sat next to me, and we were talking about the wedding and how we knew the bride and the groom and all this stuff. And it was very, very random. I have no idea where that came from.
Okay.
But
I'm also not going to get mad at my cousins if they want to sit by me.
Well, you were mad that they took my spot. You wanted to sit by me.
Oh, did I?
Yes, you did. That's how I knew it was a dream. They weren't cousins I had ever seen either. I had no idea who they were.
I think you've met all my cousins, all my first cousins you've met.
Well, these people weren't in the family. They were just random people that were your cousins, you know.
Stephon Diggs. Oh, there he goes.
He's a bust. It's fine. Sorry, Cereal.
I don't know if he's a bust.
You stacked him with You stacked him with Josh Allen. I think that's. Oh, he doesn't play.
He doesn't play for them, which is why I don't think he's.
Brain
What's
fog.
wrong with you?
You stacked him with the wrong team, Cereal.
Which you knocking off. Oh man, no, with
Now,
Stroud throwing to him and everything. I don't know.
There's just so many weapons there.
Mm,
Are you in or out on Jalen Hurts?
I'm in. I am not as
anti-Eagle this year.
Yes, I don't know what's wrong with you.
I just think there's going to be some regression. He's not going to get the tush push anymore.
What kind of regression?
Well, he's not going to get the tush push anymore. He had double-digit rushing touchdowns last year because of that, and I just don't think that's going to really be as effective. I'm surprised Cereal didn't draft him. That's a joke because Cereal's a Cowboys fan. Let's talk about Keeper's Heart for a little bit.
Yeah, let's do.
I think our first one was it the Irish American or the Irish Bourbon that we tried.
Both.
Well, I know we tried both of them on the pod.
We tried the
we had tried my parents before. I thought.
What?
Before the podcast, we had tried my parents.
I didn't think so. I thought we got them first, didn't we?
No, they're the ones that said, "Hey, you guys should reach out to Keeper's Heart because this is what they're doing," and they were big. They're big fans because Irish. My parents love all things Ireland. They're Hibernophiles. Is that the name?
I don't remember, Justin.
I think it's Hibernophile, which is when you love all things Irish. But anyways, Keeper's Heart, which is made by O'Shaughnessy Distillery. The O'Shaughnessy's wanted to distill whiskey. It was discussed at a family reunion. which obviously they have more money than me, because if I ever say anything in a family reunion about wanting to distill whiskey, somebody is like, well, I could probably help you build a setup out in the back shed. But they decided they wanted to open this distillery, and it came about that, we should reach out to Brian Nation. They reached out to him on LinkedIn, I believe it was. And he's like, well, he's in Ireland. He's distilling for the Irish distillers and making things like Jameson. Probably not interested in moving to Minnesota. But he's like, but if you're ever in town, let me know and we can meet. And they were on a plane. I think it was 3 days later. And they met with him and his wife. I can't remember her. I always forget her name. Do you remember it? It's something unique, but I always forget her name. And anyways, they met with he and his Brian Nation and his wife. And but I guess the rest is history. I mean, Brian Nation decided to move from Ireland to Minnesota to join their team, and they make Irish whiskey blends. So it's like Irish blended with rye whiskey or with bourbon. And it's damn good stuff.
It is.
It's very unique because you get the best of both worlds. We did
I was just gonna say we recently did the class, the whiskey blending class.
Yeah.
My blend came very close.
Your blend did come very close. Yeah.
Irish American rye.
You're very proud of that, which you should be. That's pretty cool. I quietly got Cooper Cup while I was telling that story.
I saw. I couldn't get him. He was over my max.
I really like Michael Pittman too. I've gotten him in a lot of leagues, but I'm just not with $81 left. I couldn't spend the 28 right now.
But if you're in the Midwest, you want a weekend getaway somewhere, I highly recommend going up to Minneapolis and going to the O'Shaughnessy Distillery. They have it's a very beautiful, beautiful place, and you can do a tour. You can do that whiskey blending class if it's available to you. They have so many more blends or whiskeys that you can sample or get in their gift shop that maybe you can't find near you. That's how we got the orange one that you're drinking in your hot toddy. Yeah,
that's one thing. If you are at the gift shop, some people go there and don't realize that you can get samples. I don't think it's just that we were special. I think they will do that. So
we were debating between two because there are some liquor laws, so you can only buy one.
I don't remember what it was.
750 milliliter bottle.
Something like that. Yeah. Yeah. The state does not want them selling it directly from the distillery.
Sorry.
You guys didn't want to hear that.
That was a bad
one. But no, I mean, I think if I remember correctly, I'll have to look it up again, but I believe they just won the best bar in Minnesota. Which makes sense. I mean,
their bar and restaurant, they have good food there. Their bar it's just such a it's pretty in there. I like it.
We've taken people there and then they have dreams about their flatbread pizza. So I mean,
I wish I remember which flatbread pizza it was. We could give them a shout out.
Give
the pizza a shout out.
Well, I have not had anything that was bad there. I will say that. I think did I get fish and chips last time?
I think so.
Yeah, and it was very good. Yeah, we haven't had anything that was bad. Very good food and good whiskey.
Very good whiskey.
Lamar Jackson. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
The bar makes great cocktails.
They do. That's one of the things. If you do the blending class, not only do you get to get a distillery tour, you get to taste each component of their whiskey. So like the Irish whiskey, the Irish grain, the rye, you get to taste that all on its own before it's blended. And then you get to 3 shots at making your blend of how you want it. And then you take that blend and you can sip on it if you want, or you can take it down to the bar and have them make a drink out of it, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. We had old fashions made with ours.
We did. Little Kyler Murray is up on the board.
Yeah, he comes out. Big Game James, 777, just nominates him with the $6 bid.
That's Jamie Parag. I have not clarified with him. He commented on one of our videos that somebody had pretty hair. I don't know if he's talking about me or you. I'll go ahead and assume it was you, but yeah, just I wanted to talk a little bit about the Keeper's Heart we have behind us. I know you can't see them real well on the small screen. They will be there on our next pod though, which we're going to do week 0 waivers. Those are guys that are out there right now that maybe you want to pick up because in a couple weeks they won't be there anymore.
Maybe you're not quite satisfied with your draft.
Yeah.
We could give you some moves preseason.
Or
make.
I've been drafting a couple injured players that I know will come back, and then you throw them on your IR right away. Are you trying to bid on somebody? You don't have money for this.
I have money.
I see
$7.
clicking your screen over there.
I have money.
Anthony Richardson is out right now. He's at $12. Obviously, if he stays healthy, I think he's going to be really, really good, which is one of the reasons I'm so high on Michael Pittman. But so we have the Irish American. We actually have a couple of those. We have the old fashioned ready to serve.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. And let me just tell you, can we talk about that for a minute?
Yeah, go for it.
We've tried a lot of the RTDs, so ready to drink, old fashions, Manhattans. It's really hard, in my opinion, for a company or a distiller, a distillery to get that right.
Yeah.
We've tried some big names like I think Bullet has one. Who else has them?
There's multiple, but Bullet for sure is one.
And they're just not. I'm not a huge fan. There's Keeper's Heart. They do. It's great. They're one of the ones. There's I know we're talking all things Keeper's Heart, but just there's a local, not local to us, but Iowa distillery who makes a great ready to drink old fashioned too, and that's Cody Road Distilling.
Yep, by Mississippi River Distilling Co. Yeah, this Keeper's Heart one is phenomenal. I agree with everything you said. Like we try a bunch of different ones just because it's like, oh, it's a ready to drink. You can usually get them in smaller sizes too. Let's pick that up, see what it's like. And a lot of times it's missing some stuff.
Yeah.
But this is not.
The On the Rocks is one of the ones.
Oh yeah.
They're a brand that does and their old fashioned is not.
No.
Nope.
And Bullet, I mean, I think Bullet has some good products, but their RTD is not something that I would go to. I'm not trying to put any distillery down. I know they all do good work and stuff, but it's not one I would grab. This one I would grab every time. In fact, that was one of the reasons we were so excited to go back there. You're nominating.
Oh, I am.
You're gonna miss out. Uh-oh.
It's not letting me. So
we're because it's already went.
No, I was trying to select. I was gonna do Metcalf, but fine.
DJ Moore of the Chicago Bears.
And he is already above my budget.
Sports Nonsense and Whiskey. You guys need to get a player here eventually.
He's got.
You can't spend the money after this draft is over. Just letting you know. So where were we? We're at the Old Fashioned. They also have an Irish bourbon, which is Irish and bourbon blend, which is very good. I like the Irish rye. Well, I like the Irish rye and the Irish bourbon both on the rocks. But when I do a mixed drink, if it's a primarily like a drink that's normally mixed with Irish whiskey, I do the Irish American. If it's something that's usually mixed with a bourbon or a rye, I do the Irish bourbon. Then we have the Irish American finished in Madeira barrels. We have the one I'm drinking today, which is finished in orange sherry barrels. Both of those are 110 proof. You have the maple syrup
in
one
my.
over there.
I
grabbed it.
Grabbed it out of my office.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, I grabbed it out of your office. We haven't tried that one on the show yet, have we?
No, we haven't.
Well, maybe that'll be
Such a
this
little
week.
bottle.
I know we got the little guy of that. That'll be this week, though. I think that would be a good follow up to this. Malik Neighbors is up.
And I'm sure that one makes a great old fashioned.
Oh, I bet with the little bit of sweetness from the maple. What was I going to say? Oh, that reminds me. Thursday we will have a show leading up to kickoff because kickoff is Thursday. It's here. Everything we've been preparing for. Unfortunately for fantasy football players, some of the most exciting parts are done, and that would be the drafts.
Oh no,
they're finishing
the weeks of the competition, the
I guess
waivers. It just
fun.
Doesn't end.
That's true.
It
That's
doesn't
true.
end. I think you're crazy.
You're probably correct.
Sports whiskey and nonsense.
Oh, they got.
I am
DJ
failing
Moore.
My words. They finally got some
sports whiskey and nonsense.
Sports nonsense and whiskey. I knew I didn't say it right. I'm so sorry. This is totally brain fog. I'm surprised I haven't said more dumb things on the show this morning. I've been trying to keep myself in check.
They were on a show that you were in a big work meeting and could not.
Yeah, I was
could
so
not get away.
bummed too. So bummed.
Definitely fun talking with
Mhm.
them. They're Broncos fans. Maybe that's why they're saving all their money, because they know the Broncos aren't going to cost much. Ooh,
Oh.
burn. Just kidding.
Let's see.
I'm actually higher on the Broncos this year than most. I just got James Cook, so I now have Jonathan Taylor, Mike Evans, Cooper Kupp, and Kyle Pitts. I am happy about that.
Alvin Kamara is up
Alvin
right
Kamara is up. The last one we have is the Irish American finished in PX Sherry barrels, and that's one you can only get at Ace Spirits.
now. Mhm.
So, yeah, we have a lot of their stuff. They don't have a lot in the stores here in Iowa, unfortunately. You can get the basic ones, that Irish American Irish Bourbon, but we don't see a lot of the finishes here. So that's why we got to take those 4-hour trips up to
Minneapolis.
Minnesota. What do you think about Alvin Kamara? I mean, in multiple leagues we've seen he's been going pretty
He's
high.
So high. And I'm gonna click on him here.
He is their main guy.
He is.
He went for $30. Their backup right now is your guy, Jamal.
Yeah, he was my guy when he was playing for the Lions, and then I haven't seen him. He hasn't had that success with the Saints. It's different offense.
That's true. DK Metcalf is up, in case you were.
I was just not business. I'm watching.
Oh, okay. I was just letting you know, because you said, I was going to nominate him. I didn't know if that meant you were interested in him.
No,
I am
and he's
down
above
to
my max.
$56, a $48 max, which is, I guess, better than half the league. This is where Sports Nonsense and Whiskey, which RD says is on the Colorado break time. This is where they can kind of own the draft. They can get every player they want because they have a max bid of 147.
Mm-hmm. It's not a good feeling for the rest of us. And I'm looking, Fortune's League. He only has 3 players and a max of 25.
Fortune's League?
Fortune's team. See?
He has 4 players.
I told you, I'm going to say some dumb stuff. The longer we're here, the more ridiculous.
Stick around, folks.
I'm going to say are, because it is so hard right now to use your brain.
Fortune does have 4, just to correct you.
He does?
Yeah, if you scroll down, he has ETN as well.
Oh,
and his flex.
There it is.
Which Barkley, Robinson, ETN, I love that running back room.
Mm-hmm. Come on, guys. Mark Andrews should be going for more than $16 here.
Well, we don't know how many car crashes he's going to get in. That was probably rude. Sorry, Mark Andrews.
Is. You are rude. You're just saying that Gibbs is going to have a torn ACL. And
Well, that's just facts. That's not rudeness.
No, it's rude. When
My
you
next nomination
talk
was
about
for
people being
cereal.
injured. When you talk about people getting injuries and being injured, and
Sure you don't want some whiskey?
positive.
Help you.
I'm positive I don't want any whiskey.
You know, the doctors used to prescribe this.
Mhm.
You still have that
Is
bottle.
it a 100 proof?
It's 110.
Okay, see, then it is medicinal.
Yeah.
It's medicinal.
Medicinal.
I still have that bottle. What are you talking about?
That old bottle, it's 4 roses, isn't it?
Yes.
And what does it say on it? It
I
doesn't
can't
say
remember.
whiskey.
No. I can't remember.
But it's medicinal related, isn't it? Yeah.
Something like that.
Devonta Smith at $20. Rod Villa Gomez saying, I'm going to go get my guy. Which, I mean, if you look at his team, he's got Lamar Jackson, Isaiah Pacheco.
Mm-hmm.
Let me nominate.
So you're not going to say anything bad about Devonta Smith?
Yeah, I think $20 is way too much. Deebo Samuel, he'll probably be injured. If
Let's
you just want
spread
me to
the
trash
negativity
people's
fairly.
teams.
Like, I mean, you're trashing mine.
Nico Collins, great. I like that. Devontae Adams at 26, if he can still perform with Gardner throwing to him. Lamar Jackson at 21, that's probably good. Pacheco, I'm not big on Chiefs running backs. And then Alvin Kamara at 30. That's Rod's team so far.
Dak Prescott currently up, and there was a lull in bids there for a second. I thought he was going to go for $2, so I was like, I'll bid $3 on him. He's currently at 8.
I can't help but notice. I look at Serial's team here, and it says pass. This is his quarterback, and he's passing on him.
That's.
What are you trying to tell the rest of us, Serial?
What are you saying? Well, he's got Josh Allen, but I do think that Dak has the potential to be a top 10 quarterback. So
Yeah. Jamie nominating Evan Engram, $4 right out the gate. Worth it.
it is. Be quiet.
Why be quiet? Oh,
I just
you're
want you to get
getting in
out
the
of here.
bids. I said worth it while I was bidding.
Well, get out of here and quit bidding.
Do you have money for
I
a
have
backup
money.
tight end?
We have 3 flex spots. Maybe Evan Engram is going to go in one of my
You and your
flexes.
$25.
I'm
You can bid once more.
not going to. Evan Engram is going to be like a tight end.
He finished as tight end 2 last year.
Yeah, and he's going to be right up there.
Yep. I agree.
I do think Kelsey is going to get that number 2 spot, and Engram will be 3.
I disagree.
I agree with myself.
I agree with myself. CJ Stroud.
Oh,
Your guy.
Stroudy.
I need a quarterback.
I think you should just stop. Go after some like your own guys, Justin. I claim
Like-
Stroud.
Like your own guys. Well, if we're looking at potential stacks, my options would be Baker, Matt Stafford, and Kirk Cousins. Not exactly a thrilling lineup there for stacking.
I am gonna be hurting. Whatever.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my!
I can't believe you.
I can't believe you. I can't
I'm
believe.
gonna bid. That would
What?
be funny.
Oh,
I didn't do it. It was RD. You can blame RD.
who?
Oh, Cyril saying he already had Josh Allen. That's why he passed. Don't you need a backup in case Allen gets
I
hurt?
would take a Dak as a backup. So somebody else doesn't get a top 10 quarterback,
He's probably looking
especially
for
for
a
$9.
$1 backup.
I know. I
Pass
can't
on
even
this
spend
bust.
$11 on my main quarterback. So there we go. There's that.
I'm gonna pass on this bust here.
Oh, he doesn't look like himself right now.
No, they switched from the M&M photo.
He's back in his normal hair days.
Normal hair days. Back when he had swag, is what you mean.
Again, like I think I talked about this before. When you're a guy with good hair like that, you don't do what he did. You just
you don't buzz your head and bleach it.
No.
That's what I was planning on doing. Is that okay?
No.
Mm-mm.
No. Oh, please don't. I can't even with your beard. Just let's not.
I'll bleach it too.
No.
As always.
No. What's
bleach-
wrong with you?
Bleach blonde beard.
Kenneth Walker.
I'm
Oh,
interested
big
to see what
$2.
that offense shakes out to be. Obviously, the first time they haven't had Pete Carroll in a while.
Okay.
Your cough is getting deeper, I feel like. They've had Pete Carroll for a long time as their coach, so it's going to be interesting to see what they will do. Nick said he will cut my hair for 2 beers.
Make it
and
2
help
bottles of whiskey.
bleach it. 2 beers used to be my going rate
Wait,
as a
no.
barber.
For 2 beers. You'll give him 2 beers.
Yeah.
I get it.
He's not paying me to let him cut my hair.
He should.
He should.
You can,
That used
Fortune,
to
you can
be-
give me 2 bottles of whiskey and then I'll let you do that. to
the
Justin's
going
hair.
rate for Justin's barbershop back in college was 2 or 3 beers. I used to cut Nick's hair. I cut Kirk's once too.
In that bowl, you had this really beautiful, like decorative bowl. And
It's
that
from
was
Goodwill.
when you found it at Goodwill, but that was like a centerpiece, like on our table. I used it, but I found out afterwards that was the hair cutting bowl.
Yeah, got to put the hair somewhere.
Oh, kills me. We no longer have that bowl.
No. The history of running my own barbershop at the fraternity, and you got rid of the hair bowl.
Yes.
Yes, Tank Dell. Oh, you're winning. Never mind.
Yes, I am.
I'm gonna
not
say,
now.
are you not gonna let Tank? Are you gonna let him
It's
go?
gonna. I think I have to just accept the fact it's gonna be a while before I can add to my team.
You think so?
I need people to come on, guys, spend some money on somebody. So
She would like you to blow your wad. That was something that bothered me while we were doing our draft for our league.
Yeah.
You said, I just want Nick to blow his wad. And that bothered me. I really wish you'd worded it differently. No man wants to hear his wife say that about another man.
Well, I didn't say load.
No.
It could have been worse. I
Just
said
want Nick to
wad.
blow his wad. Because he kept bidding against you.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think on purpose, but
I'm used to it. That's one thing. Being the only female in a lot of our leagues with some of our friends, or just I get shit. I just get so much shit. People bid me up on purpose. People,
You get picked on a little bit.
I do, and I think it's bullshit. I think it makes them a little bit more challenging for me.
I would
at
like
times.
to point out that so far in this draft, we have not had any drama like the last draft. Our
Would you be quiet?
our other listener league draft had a little bit of a hiccup at the beginning.
It was also why didn't we do that as an auction? You can do an auction pirate. Why did we do it as a slow draft?
I guess I don't know. Time.
We are an auction
Time.
fantasy football. Like we are primarily just auction. That's our specialty.
Because
And
of
we
time.
no,
No.
we should have done it.
We had a hard time getting this one scheduled with
I know.
everybody.
Got to do it more. We got to do it earlier.
Next year, you want to add a guillotine, you said?
Maybe instead of pirate, we do guillotine.
Oh, I say we keep both. 3 listener leagues? maybe?
No, nope. I think 2 is plenty from a scheduling perspective.
Rod doesn't slow draft well. I was
Mhm.
very prompt in trying to give him notifications when he was on the clock. Just texting him. I felt bad. Sometimes if it was like 8 our time, I know it's 6 his, so I'd wait. And then I saw him draft and I was like, oh man, you are on it today. And then I would text him when it was his turn again. And he said, yeah, me being on it was short-lived. But it would be funny to count how many OTC texts I sent him. That's on the clock for you playing the home game that didn't know. Shout out to the 9 people watching. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. That helps. Leave a review on iTunes. That lets the bosses know that we're doing a good job if they see a 5-star review roll in. And make sure you're subscribed if you're not subscribed yet.
This
That
is
helps
going to
too.
be a long one. So those who stick it out with us,
That's
thank
what
you.
she said.
Because I fully anticipate. I mean, we're pushing an hour 16 right now.
Yeah, I haven't determined if we're gonna make it the whole time yet. What are your thoughts?
I think when we get towards I don't know. It depends because a lot can happen when people blow their wads and you get down to the end and people can't.
It's kind of fun
Go
when
on
there's
bidding
just
wars.
$1 people left, and then it's like a literal snake draft. You're like, oh
Mhm.
man, who is gonna fall to me?
And I haven't decided yet if it's gonna end up that way because Sports Nonsense and Whiskey sure has a lot of money.
4 people though. Four players, no
Mhm.
running backs. They're going 0 RB strategy. Looks like Serial also has 0 running backs. Oh, I love Trey McBride. He's
Do
gonna
you
be.
love him for $13?
I don't know. I already have a stud tight end in Kyle Pitts. So why are you laughing?
I wouldn't have Kyle Pitts as my backup.
No, you wouldn't. I tell you, you're gonna be crying when I beat you because he has a big game. Trey McBride currently at $16.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter
17.
Hunter and Sports Nonsense and Whiskey battling back and forth.
I love the bid war. I'm here for it.
$18. Do I hear 19? There's 19.
19.
Hunter, can we hear 20?
His AAV is 23 people. His AAV is 20. Oh, there's
Oh,
20.
we got 20. Can we hear 21? You got the money, Sports Nonsense and Whiskey. There
So
it
you might,
is.
if you want the players, you get to pick. Basically, you
Yeah.
have the biggest budget now. If you want him, you do it. He's
Going
Come on.
once, going
there he
twice.
goes.
Sold. You remember when ESPN used to have that at the end of every player? It would do the going once, going twice, sold, and it does not anymore. It's kind of disappointing.
That was my favorite thing.
Oh, Rod would nominate George Kittle because he's a Niner, but remember we loved him first as an Iowa Hawkeye. As
He
Miranda
came from
places
tight
in
end.
her
You,
bid.
we made him.
We made him.
We gifted him to you.
I do like watching George Kittle play. He's fun to watch play. He's a high energy
is.
guy. He looks weirder and weirder every year. I don't know if you've noticed that, but if you look at his photos, he progressively looks a little odder.
Otter.
Not like an otter, but he's odder. Yeah, he's at $10 right now. Now 11. Miranda's considering putting in her 12, even though her max is 16. And she already has a tight end.
I know. I'm okay. I'm okay right now.
My
But I couldn't let
turn
him
to
go for
nominate.
7.
That's
so.
fair. Let's give this guy out for Rod. There you go, Rod. Mr. Brock Hard Purdy.
Oh, I was wrong. I thought Cody had a max bet of 16. It's $6. I can't read.
Did he add somebody since you said that?
No.
I like
Still-
Amari Cooper.
Oh, maybe he did. He added Amari Cooper. He only had 3 before. Never mind. Like
Can't believe you're
Amari
not bidding
Cooper.
on Brock Purdy. Oh, and then you did. You is it going to
Just-
be a battle between you and Rod? Just worry about my team. Is
Yeah,
that
worry
what-
about your own team and
Well, I had the high bid at the
don't
time.
talk about what I'm doing and what I'm not. There, I got
You got a
Brock Hard
quarterback.
Purdy for $5. I'll take it.
If I gave you $1, you could keep most of the change. Because all I want is a quarterback. Do you like my song?
No,
It's from the Replacements.
it does nothing for me.
It does. Ouch. It's from the Replacements. If any of you remember that movie with Connor Reeves, I believe that was during the cheerleader tryouts. My energy's wearing. I don't know about you. I'm getting pain in the back. Do you have back pain?
And my whole body hurts. It's not stopped hurting. So
Like lung back pains? It's all right. We got this. Deontay Johnson.
what I'm most nervous about
See, Rod
actually.
knows what movie I'm talking about. He loves that movie. It is a good movie.
But if Justin wants to sing something to me, I don't need that. Sing to me.
Rookie Brock Bowers is on the board. I've gotten some. I couldn't mute it in time.
It's okay.
I've gotten some shares of him in leagues.
Mhm.
He's my only tight end in one league, which is a little scary. Hopefully the Raiders use him properly.
What I'm most nervous about for me, health wise and energy wise, is our family draft tomorrow because it took us 3 hours to get through it the first time last year.
And people ask repetitive questions.
And well,
Cough your mom,
and
the weasel.
well, I don't think it'll be like that, but like it took 3 hours to get through it, and we started at 7 p.m. I'm in bed at like 9 or earlier,
She
not
spent
feeling well.
she spent 10 minutes asking you.
But she was joking, and I couldn't
know.
pick up
She
on
was
it.
joking last time when she was talking
I
about like,
couldn't-
do we draft like offensive line people or whatever she was asking?
Are there going to be new people in this draft, or so what's? It was just ridiculous, and I am not feeling well enough to pick up on the fact that she was not being serious with me, and I just kept going around and around with her.
Dalton Kincaid just went for $26.
But does it not make you nervous if it goes to 10 p.m.? I can't be up till 10 p.m.
You know what though? At that point, we might just have to shut the video off and move to bed and draft from bed.
Yeah, yeah, yes. Because with the family league, we are setting up some sort of like,
We did it last time on Facebook
yeah,
Messenger.
Well, hopefully that'll still work for because Josiah doesn't really use it, and he's not home now.
Oh, true.
So I didn't know if you're gonna have to do what do you call it?
StreamYard.
No, Zoom. Or what was the thing before Zoom? Why can't I think of it?
I just used it for not just.
Yeah,
but
what is it? What was it called?
Skype.
Skype. There you
Yeah,
go.
I didn't know that was still around, but when I was on VEASAN, which is Brent Musburger's network,
Mm-hmm.
they use Skype for their guests.
Say
And
Flowers just went for $10.
bust. I'm just kidding.
He is not.
I know. I just know you have him in other leagues.
Keenan Allen. I love Keenan Allen. I just don't know how he's gonna do.
Do you
With
remember
us
when you
now.
were a kid when somebody would say, "I love something"? If you love him, why don't you marry him? that's what popped in my
Do
sick
you want
brain.
me to go marry Keenan Allen?
No,
Is Keenan Allen single?
but that's what popped into my sick brain right now.
He is. I need to see how old he is. He's 30. Okay, never mind.
He's younger than me.
He's 32. I can do
And a
that.
better
I can
beard.
Do that.
He is bald though. You prefer hair, so I got that going for me at least. RD saying, "I wish that Zay was a bust. He's gonna boom. If Lamar can throw the ball, sure." Just
No.
kidding.
What is he? Yeah,
I'm just trying
no,
to get under
it's a good-
Murr's skin here. Here's your guy, Monty.
Can you stop saying "here's my guy"?
Now,
Every
here's the
time
guy.
a guy that I let you know I tend to go after comes up, you're telling the world.
You don't let me know. I notice it in drafts. I know who your people are.
I know, but why do you have to call it out to everybody?
Former Iowa State Cyclone, current Detroit Lion. That's like
Yes.
2 rivalries.
Yes. I am I'm gonna just have a Lions offense.
Gonna spend your last.
I'm not. I've got Gibbs. I'm not taking both.
RD saying I have no guys. So that's all right, RD. We'll see. We'll see. Other than Pitts, he said. I have no guys other than Pitts.
Why? RD, don't.
Ramondre Stevenson is up on the Patriots. Who knows? Did you hear they announced their starting quarterback?
Yeah, didn't they announce that?
Jacoby Brissett, not Drake May.
Oh.
Yeah. You're thinking of the Broncos and Bo Nix.
No, I wasn't. I was
Oh.
actually thinking of the Steelers.
Oh,
And
Russ.
I don't know why I was not thinking of the right team there. Sorry,
the-
Cody.
Sorry, Cody. Yeah, they're going to start Jacoby Brissett instead of Drake May, which I feel is interesting.
That is interesting.
Maybe it's just until the offensive line can play a little better. I don't know, because that offensive line is bad. Pre-draft, he wants no Pitts. I'll take all the Pitts.
Oh, I thought he said, never mind. See, you said,
Well, I thought he was saying I have no guys other than Pitts. Oh, we got a question here from George Cook. Half PPR.
Mhm.
My receivers are Amon-Ra, Nico, and Devontae. My running backs are Mixon and Najee. Should
Ooh.
I trade Mixon and Adams for Josh Jacobs and Michael Pittman?
I do think Josh Jacobs is going to be pretty solid on that offense, and they are going to run. But I like Mixon's upside this year.
Yeah. I do too, but I think I like that trade because I like Pittman,
Pittman
a lot more.
over than Devontae.
Yeah. James Conner just went for 21. I like Pittman a lot more than Devontae,
Mhm.
and I think Josh Jacobs and Mixon are pretty even. So I like that a lot. I would take
I
that
do.
trade.
I'm a little torn between whether you go Mixon or Jacobs, but I do like Pittman over Devontae. So I don't think it's a bad trade. And I think honestly, Amon-Ra and Nico, you have saw and you had Michael Pittman to that, and you are on fire.
Now,
with that
keep in
lineup.
mind, I did rank Pittman as my number 4 quarterback out of our top 12.
You
because
meant
I'm
wide
very-
receiver.
Yeah, wide receiver.
You said
4.
quarterback.
Oh, sorry. I had Pittman as wide receiver 4. I'm very high on him.
But Nico and Amon. Oh, yeah, I like that. I like the.
Yep,
I would
make
do
that
it
trade.
because I would want Pittman in your wide receiver core.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's a good trade for you, George. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And appreciate
and there's
the
RD.
question.
He likes that trade too.
He's a Packer fan. I don't know if you can trust that. Just kidding. RD knows his football, so there you go. He's weighing in and says he likes it too. Thank you, RD. We appreciate that. Anybody else in the chat, let us know what you think of the trade, but I definitely think it's a good one. Got to remember who's on my team here. I'd have no flex spots. Okay.
Yeah, this is going to be a sketchy team after a little bit here for me. I've got to get.
I had that yesterday in a league I drafted and that Cody is in as well. I spent all my money right away. Nick Fortune also likes that trade. So George, that's 4 for 4 so far. People liking it. Raheem Mostert is up. Terry McLaurin went for $10, by the way. I feel like he's been getting disrespected. This is a guy that, despite terrible quarterback play, he's had over 1,000 yards.
I
and
had
has
him in
been
my
a
top
good
12.
guy.
I think he's going to finish as RB12.
And I just got him for $10. Take that.
Mostert?
Yeah, no, Terry McLaurin.
Oh, I'm talking about Terry McLaurin isn't a running back. I'm talking about.
Well, we were talking about. Get out of here. You've been dismissed.
You're dismissed. Oh, I got him too. I took him. That's fine. I'm good with it.
Spent our last $13 on Raheem Mostert.
Well, I only had one running back, so
Oh.
come on now. Now I'm into my flex and bench.
There
I
you
can handle this. Max bet
I'm
of
looking-
$5.
I'm looking for another running back at least. I do have 3 wide receivers. I have 0 quarterbacks so far. So Sports Nonsense and Whiskey, Cody, and myself have 0 quarterbacks. Sports Nonsense and Whiskey suddenly down to only a $66. They've kind of owned some of the last picks of who they wanted.
And they absolutely Should have. I mean,
Yeah, they got Stevenson, Najee Harris, DJ Moore, DK Metcalf, Trey McBride, Tank Dell, George Pickens. Solid. That's a solid, like, wait, don't spend all my
Mhm.
money, see how it shakes out type of team, I think. Jamie here nominating Ty Chandler. This is a guy I've been picking up in a lot of different leagues. I've heard a lot of hype over him in training camp, preseason. And you got to ask yourself, is Aaron Jones going to be able to stay healthy? And if he doesn't, Ty Chandler is next man up. I expected you to bid then. You're like, well, I'll have him then.
Why?
Why not?
Why would I do that?
It just seems like because I was winning the bid. So it seems like a you thing.
This isn't a Hunter Henry for $2 situation.
Oh,
Justin.
man, that was so aggravating. 2 tight ends. I'm getting Hunter Henry for $2 as my first tight end.
$1.
$1 as my first tight end. And all I have is $1. I think
You
I
could
was at
only do
max,
$1.
yeah. And you're like, I'm not gonna let him go for $1, even though I have 2 tight ends.
I didn't
and don't
realize.
need him.
Yeah, I wasn't. I was looking at the value there.
No. You were looking to fuck me over. That's what you were.
You were so mad at me.
You're like, watch this. Like, there's nothing you could do to make me angry right now. And you're like, hold my whiskey and watch this. This is why normally we can't draft in the same room.
I know. When I'm keeping it in check, but I'm not happy with some of your comments and you looking over here at what I'm doing. We're sitting way too close for my comfort for a draft where
Do you remember the time you threw a magazine?
I do.
It was hilarious.
And it was not.
Nick saying I sound a little bitter. If you're going to switch from your phone to your computer, which Miranda was in the process of doing, don't do it until your computer's booted up because you just shut your phone down and then it
For a
auto
second.
you.
Well, there was some lagging that happened too. I don't remember all of it, but I got
It was Travis Kelce though.
no, it wasn't.
Yeah,
It was Gronk for $54.
Gronk. You're right, Gronk.
And I did very well that year. So
You finished. Did you win that year?
I might have.
But you were very angry that you auto bid Gronk for 54 because it was not in your plan.
No.
And I remember you throwing your magazine going, my team is fucked. It's fucked. It was really funny. Nick remembers it. He wasn't there, but he remembers it. That was funny.
It was $54, not $61. I remember exactly because it messed me up.
And I don't think it was the internet went out. I think she was switching. But
I was switching.
Nick remembers the story a little different. That's okay. I've heard you do that too. You tell a story and it's a little bit different than the last time.
Well,
Won't let you bid on Rome.
nope, it wouldn't let me nominate. I'm having issues trying to nominate when it's my time. And this 10 seconds is not forgiving when it won't let me select a player.
Sorry about the unforgiving time.
Roma Dunze.
Who I think is a stud. I do think he's a stud. You can't bid. Don't try to press it.
I'm not. Get out of here. And I wasn't. I was
Is that a
changing
corner
my
of my eye?
view. I'm changing. Quit looking. Mind your own business. I'm not even looking at your
Now
shared screen.
You made me miss out on Roma Dunze.
Good.
Because you're getting feisty over there.
Who got him?
Serial did.
Good job, Serial.
If you've never tuned in before and you're wondering why he's Serial, his YouTube name was Always Fresh, Never Soggy. And so Sean said Always Fresh, Never Soggy, aka Serial. And yeah, he's been Serial ever since.
And now on here, though, his team name is Sir Long Dong.
Well, that's also his Discord name. I think somebody said Sir Long Dong OTC in one of the leagues, and I responded allegedly. But Serial's good people. Good friend of the SGPN. And if you listen to their pregame streams or postgame even, you'll probably hear Serial calling in, giving out some parlays, some touchdown parlays, things like that. Now we got Nick Chubb.
That's who I was trying to nominate.
Oh, if you had him and Tua. Little Huck Tua on the Chubb.
Stop.
Yes.
Oh.
He's a hard one to figure out what to do with because obviously he is going to start on that physically unable to perform list. He
Mhm.
blew his knee out for the second time last year. So you expect to drop in efficiency, but it's Nick Chubb. He's been so good that maybe a drop in efficiency is still really damn good. So we don't know when he's going to come back, but when he does, he's probably the starter. He took a pay cut to stay with Cleveland. I don't know. It's just going to be interesting. Here's one of my guys.
Oh, mine too, and I can't get him. Zamir White. I think he's gonna have a killer season.
I do too. Another team, the Raiders, that not a lot of people are high on, but I am. Oh, Serial trying to push me around with his money.
Do it.
Don't encourage that.
Can we get $19? Can we get no? There it is. 20. How high will you go, Justin?
Don't
What
you
is your
worry
max?
about what I'm doing. My max
Let's
is
see.
27.
Oh, can we get Zamir White for $27? You're not gonna go 22, Justin?
No,
This is your guy.
I know.
This is make or
Couldn't
break
do
your team here.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, let's look at your team. You've been so critical of everybody else's.
Yeah.
You've got Jonathan Taylor and James Cook.
Stud.
You've got Mike Evans and Cooper Kupp.
Stud.
Interesting.
Old, but stud.
Old.
Both of
I
them.
think Puka is going to do so much better there, in my opinion.
You know, opinions are like
Kyle
buttholes.
Pitts, which you might as well. Basically, you don't even have a tight end. Terry McLaurin, Ty Chandler, and Christian Kirk. I don't know, Justin. You've got no quarterback. You still need a solid tight end.
You know, opinions are like
I think you spent a little much on Cooper Kupp.
Do you hear me?
Would you stop?
Everyone has one, and usually they smell. Jordan Love is on the board. Do you want to get your second quarterback right now? He's at $2. I'm not going to let him go for that cheap.
Jordan Love.
RD, I'm going to be disappointed if you don't get him. Oh, you outbid his
Everybody
max.
is so convinced. Oh man, this is my max. Does anyone want him for $6?
Buyers are more scared away. Kate helped you out.
I wouldn't have been upset though because having Brock, let me see. When is there? Oh yeah.
Oh, he's up to
Been fine.
$8 now.
I think
thought he was
he's
gone, but he's
No, he's gonna be
$10.
good. It's interesting
Woke up.
From the start of the season last year, how disappointing he was, and then by the end of the season, everybody was, "Oh, he's the guy."
He became the highest paid quarterback
But
in NFL
isn't that kind of
history
crazy
off of
on
8
just
games.
off of 8 games? Like,
It is
oh,
crazy.
they just know, oh, he's solid. He's the
They
next.
don't know. They hope.
They hope, but they're paying for it.
I hope he's not. It would be so funny.
Secretly, yes.
It's no secret for me. Only 2 people do not have a quarterback so far. That's Cody and myself.
And let's look at, you've got, Caleb Williams is still out there. I've been trying to get Caleb Williams for low dollar value
Not
in
happening.
keeper leagues, and it's not.
Nope.
Whether this year is his year, like if he's going to start off strong or not, I do think next year or in future years, he's going to be the quarterback you want.
Yeah. I wondered where you're going with that.
I know. I was trying to wrap it up and trying to keep the thought process flowing there. Thank you for pointing that out.
Looks like I could not mute it in time.
I know, Justin.
I'm working between 2 screens here. Looks like 1, 2, 3 teams don't have their main filled, and then there's some people that still need to get a flex.
Jake Ferguson.
Oh,
is
I lost on Chris
nominated.
Godwin, not paying attention. Fergie Ferg, this is Cereal's guy.
Fergie Ferg.
Yeah. I'm going to be disappointed if Fergie doesn't, or if Cereal doesn't get Ferg here.
There, he's got him for $5.
One of the side effects we've had, and he won him for $5. One of the side effects we've had that I've had COVID. I think this is my 4th time that I've not had before is the headaches.
I've been taking
The headaches
so
have
much
been nuts.
ibuprofen for the headaches because, yeah, I have one right now and I can't go take
I do too.
anything.
That's why I said it. Keon Coleman, who was asked, or he asked the reporter, "Guess where I got this jacket?" And got Tom Izzo. I don't know. No, what you mean? Where was it? Macy's? Did you get it?
I think Macy's sounds right.
Yeah, for like $70, but you get them in the fall or late summer. It's because when you go for Thanksgiving, they're all gone, or whatever he said. I don't know. It was really funny. Caleb Williams is up.
Oh, and he's outside of my budget. I haven't gone to a mall, like to the mall in forever.
Let's go to the mall
today.
today.
I'm gonna go to the mall today.
You want to go to the mall today? Yeah, malls are like a thing of the past.
They're not though. We have to keep them alive. What for real? Like, wouldn't it be weird if like because we're so heading in the direction that malls will not be a thing.
Right. I'm gonna let Hunter, the Bears fan, have Caleb Williams.
Oh, you're gonna let? How nice of you! I'm gonna let you.
It's his first auction, and he got Patrick Mahomes accidentally for 50, so I'm gonna let him have.
You're gonna let him? You're such a butt.
That's what happened. I stopped bidding.
Look at you try to spin it. Oh, I'm just gonna be nice. You're not a nice guy when it comes to drafts.
Well, no, there are no rules in war. That's basically
no rules in what?
There's no. You don't have to be nice in war.
Wait, why would you? This is just you're not making sense to me.
I think you're delirious. He's got the COVID delirium. That should be a name for some sort of disease, the COVID delirium. We're in an hour 40. We might call it soon.
My turn.
You click a player. Now you hit nominate.
Nominate. See? There we go. I did it.
Maybe you weren't doing it right this whole time.
He wasn't popping up before.
That's what she said.
Stop it.
Then she had to give him the old hawk to You're out of control. Calm yourself.
Well,
you're getting outbid. Are you going to bid $3
for Justin Herbert? That's not who I wanted for my backup, but
it's a lady versus lady war.
Fine. Oh, okay. Who does Kate have? Anthony Richardson.
Anthony?
Oh no, I left the draft.
What are you doing? You just auto drafted.
No, I didn't.
She's got Anthony Richardson, Rashad White, Tony Pollard, Tyreek Hill, T. Higgins, Travis Kelce, Nick Chubb, and Justin Herbert now. Anthony Richardson, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, good core.
Jonathan Brooks. Is he gonna go for $1? Nope. There we go. Got $2.
It'll be interesting to see when he plays. He's starting on the pup, I believe, and I don't know. It's the Panthers. I don't think I've drafted a single Carolina Panther player except in Dynasty. I did draft Xavier Legette. All right. You know, I got the call. They said, be ready. I said, I'd be ready.
Okay. I think that we call this at 2 hours and then we post the final results.
Results.
Are you good with that?
Can do that for sure.
Okay.
Austin Eckler is up, who has been going for cheap in leagues. In my opinion, because I think
in my opinion too,
decent.
It's Austin Eckler.
Yeah,
come on.
At the very least, in PPR leagues, he's going to catch passes.
What do you think of what the Rams did? Like
the Rams,
the Chargers, not the Rams, the other blue and yellow team,
the other LA team.
Yeah, the Chargers, like with their whole offense.
I mean, it's hard not to trust Jim Harbaugh. He's done well with less talent.
Allen, Mike Williams, Austin Eckler. They just see ya.
Yeah, no, it's definitely interesting.
She's snoring.
Heard a weird noise.
What I wish I could be doing right
now. No, I think it's not going to pay off for the Chargers this year. In a year or two, though, with Jim Harbaugh, I mean, he's a good program builder.
There he went.
Still got, I think,
Zach Moss for $6.
Oh no, did I miss somebody?
Way to just drafted? Automatically nominate him at 6, so I can't even participate.
That's probably still got one of my top. Oh, everybody can see that. One of my top RB targets.
Hey, everybody, if you're watching, you can see Justin's cute players.
One of my top RB targets still available. So that makes me happy at least
One of
because
your
I
top?
only have 2 running backs. Oh no, I got Ty Chandler, but I have Taylor and Cook. Yeah, one of my top was on our sleeper list. I just saw your eyebrows raise and your hat moved with it. I freaked my shit out, man. Stop. Sorry.
Co-host.
I'm in trouble.
Yep.
Not a party.
It is Chase Brown.
I typed it in for the world to see, and then I was like, "Oh, I should not have done that." Here, if you guys watch the Harry Potter movies, Hagrid says that a lot. Should not have said that. Should not have done that.
Mhm.
That's exactly what popped in my head when I typed it in. I was like, "Oh shit." So Hollywood Brown went for $1. Seems like maybe we were sleeping on that.
What?
Hollywood Brown went for $1.
For $1?
Yeah, Gus Bus is up. Yeah, he went for $1.
Yeah, I failed. I failed my team there.
Failed my team. You have failed as a fantasy football manager.
Yeah, I have.
The ownership will be reviewing your credentials after this and seeing if you can still manage the team. Sorry, I'm in the sit back, relax mode now. So we got Gus Edwards going for $5. Seems solid in that Jim Harbaugh offense if he stays healthy. Rod Villa Gomez. Everybody's sitting here like, oh shit, I didn't realize this was going to take this long.
We're not even. We're
getting
there.
we're getting there.
We are getting there because
Look at the screen. Look at that. Look at all those filled spots.
yeah, we are getting there because a lot of people blew
It's
their
down
money
here
right
that
away.
We have some troubles. Nick Fortune still waiting for a second wide receiver and a tight end.
Oh, what are you
and 2
doing,
flex
Nick? What's his
spots.
max?
His max is $8. You know, he
Oh,
went
your
out and
wide
got his
receiver-
guys.
His guys being
Michael Pittman. My turn to
Michael
nominate.
Pittman didn't even. He spent his money on his running backs.
Yeah. No, that's true.
I would have spent $28 for Michael Pittman had I had the budget. Maybe.
Don't do it, people. Don't do it. It's going to lead to a fun.
No,
Rod.
I get to have it.
What the? You already have Brock Purdy. I don't have a quarterback.
backup.
I don't have a quarterback.
Well, I
yet.
was going for Tua.
Oh my goodness. You people.
They all want the Hawk Tua.
They all want a little hot Tua. I can't blame you. Well, Sir Long Dong gets a little hot Tua. And he's the first team to fill.
He's done?
Yep. So,
Congratulations. Let's review his team.
Yep. 1 second. I'm in a bidding war. So he's got Josh Allen as his starting quarterback, running backs, James Conner and Zamir White. I love Zamir White. Wide receiver, Brian Thomas and Stephon Diggs. Then his tight end, Brock Bowers. Then his flex, Ladd McConkey, Xavier Worthy, and Rome Odunze. That's 4 rookies there. Brian Thomas, Ladd McConkey, Xavier Worthy, Rome Odunze. Just so you know, sir, this is not a why does mine say Tua is up? Tua is already gone. What's going on?
I don't know.
Oh, Jackson Smith and Jigba. And then he also has Jaden Reed, Jake Ferguson, Keon Coleman, and other rookies, Zach Moss, and Tua Tagovailoa. It's not a dynasty, sir, but I do like it. You got a lot of the young, promising guys. He says, "What you think of my team?" Josh Allen, Zamir White are my 2 favorite players on your team. I love both of them. I think they're going to be fantasy football studs
I do
this year.
think, you got Ladd McConkey and Xavier Worthy. I do think they're going to.
Ladd's going to be the
some-
top target on Chargers, I think. I know Josh Palmer might get some targets, but I think Ladd McConkey is going to be the top guy.
Yes.
Mine's
I do
messing
like
up.
that pick of Zamir White, I will say. And James Conner. I like those solid running backs. I do think you could have used another running back in your.
The main thing here is, Sarah, you're taking $31 home.
You should have. Who do you regret not bidding on?
Yeah. Do you wish you would have bid on somebody else? Because you can't use that 31 now.
It's okay. If you're happy with your team, it's fine.
Clap your hands. No.
I got my backup quarterback.
I have 0 quarterbacks along with Cody. Cody and I have no
I
quarterback.
thought you might have bid more. I didn't know you were gonna let me have him.
Who'd you get?
Goff.
Oh, the goof.
I think he's gonna do just fine this year. He's
I
got
was
this
busy talking.
offense on fire.
Oh, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 receivers. Probably don't need
Jamison
another
Williams.
receiver.
I can only bet $1 on every player from here on out.
Bet.
Bid.
Bet. Thursday. He wishes he had gotten CD because
Where-
CD went for, let's see, $46. So 31 and 16 could have had CD instead of Stephon. It happens though. I keep showing me Tua. See my screen? Now it switched to Jordan.
I didn't see it.
Oh, I'm not crazy. What I was going to say, Thursday before kickoff, we're going to have a show about an hour before. Probably start around 6, I think, as long as you can make that work with your work. We're going to be giving out some last minute start sits. Going to be talking a little underdog fantasy, some best bets. Moneyline Mac is going to pop on and give us some of his best bets for the year. Should be a good time. When our countdown to kickoff. The Chiefs and Ravens are the first game of the year. Any early leans on that? You think Chiefs just immediately are dominant?
No.
No? You think Ravens win it?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I'm
there
kind
you
of
go.
leaning towards the Ravens.
There you go. First, Nick also says Ravens, but your first lean is the Ravens, and they're a 3-point underdog, so you can get some value there. Let's see, I'm trying to find the money line. Plus 130, plus 128, I guess, is the best on the money line. You going with that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. You already got a best bet. See, look, Tua. Oh, now it's Devin.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
Super Bowl hangover for KC. Serial says Xavier going to be that Tyreek role.
That'd be sweet.
Ladd and Rome probably both going to get their targets. I agree with that. Rome's going to be a stud.
He will. I do think Rome Odunze is going to be. He's already got chemistry build up going. The OChem.
The OChem, as you would say.
Yeah.
As the hipper people would say. I just stole Devin Singletary from Rod. Sorry, Rod.
Are you really sorry?
See, look, Tua.
I don't see it.
Shut up. Everybody
Justin.
in America can see it.
What? It said Trevor Lawrence.
It did not.
I did not see Tua. Trevor Lawrence was there.
You get out of here.
Intentional grounding. Offense number 7. It's a 10-yard penalty. I'm talking to America here. Excuse me. It's a 10-yard penalty.
Talking to America here, and America could see it, Miranda. They could all
They
see
saw
it.
Trevor Lawrence. Just kidding.
Rod
I think
calling me a
that
jerk.
COVID delirium is getting to you, and you keep seeing
There he is
Tua pop up.
again.
The Trevor Lawrence, Justin.
Tua won't leave
It
me.
shows Trevor Lawrence on your screen.
You know what? You're getting a penalty.
Personal foul, 69, offense. He was giving them the business. He played it down.
Was I giving you the business?
Yes, a penalty on you for giving me the business.
No,
Knock it off.
It did show. Are you starting to doubt yourself?
No, I'm not doubting myself. I know what I saw.
Okay.
Hang on here. This is intense.
It is. It was your man. Justin wants him. Oh, he got him.
$8 stole him. Love it. And there's Tua again. So get out of here. I can see him in his goofy fro. I can see it.
Why is it doing that?
I'm not sure what's going on here. We've entered the twilight zone.
I wish I could keep telling you it's not happening, but I can't.
No, you
to
cannot.
make you think you're losing your mind.
I never thought I was. What are you talking about?
I wish I could make you think you were.
Obviously big on Chase Brown. I'm happy that I got him at $8.
Mhm.
You talked about his fantasy points per touch was 0.8, I believe.
0.8 and
Who was it that was 0.84?
hold on just a second because
It's there.
it's there but it's not. I'm losing it. I'm not gonna
Oh, it was my
remember.
turn to nominate. Sorry, people. I don't remember off the top of my head. I remember that Rashad White, who finished as a top 12, was 0.7.
Mm-hmm.
The
It was
0.84
0.4 was
it? It wasn't Jonathan Taylor, was it? I don't remember.
I don't.
I have to look at the notes again.
It bothers me that I can't remember that stuff. That's stuff I always keep
That you always keep.
those stats handy.
We got Jaden Daniels. Jerome Ford up.
It was Brees Hall.
That's it.
Not Jonathan Taylor. Justin.
0.84.
Yeah, Brees Hall.
So obviously Chase Brown doesn't have the same volume, but 0.8 per touch. If he wins that job from Zach Moss or even just shares it 50-50, could mean really good things.
I'm looking at the top of my sleeper and it says 4 nom until your turn. And all I can think of is nom nom.
Get out of here. Jerome Ford just went for $3. I mean, he is going to be the starting running back to start. Until Chubb comes back. Sports Nonsense and Whiskey. Why aren't you bidding on Cortland Sutton? He's a Bronco.
Doesn't mean they want him.
A little upset I didn't get the old Hawk Tua.
I know.
But
do us proud with that Tua on your team.
cereal.
Do us
Maybe
proud.
he digs the Hawk Tua because he has digs. Worthy of the Hawk Tua. Oh, this is going south fast.
Let's see.
I think I took all the good ones. Moss from the Hawk Tua. Oh, that doesn't sound right.
Stop.
Zeke is going for $1 to Cody. Now that Dalvin Cook is there, who knows what's going to happen?
I know.
Even though he is starting on the practice squad, but that'll be interesting.
1 nom nom till my turn.
1 nom nom.
Nom.
Back to Tua for me here.
Nom nom nom.
Jaleel McLaughlin led running backs in yards after contact. I guess, sorry, that I probably spent too much there. I just bid up to $5 and realized the guy that nominated him, Hunter, only had $1 max bid, so I might have overspent. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do. I have no quarterback still. Now we're back to Tua on my screen. It's just rubbing it in that I didn't get him.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh. Just hit my mic. RD, you're not supposed to bid against me.
You can bid. Oh, you can't bid again.
I can't bid again.
Well, he has a max bid of $2. So.
Well, could you just have left him? Nobody else clearly wants him.
So let's look at our max bids. We got RD with 2, Kate with 17, Cyril with 31, but he is out of people. Bryce has $1 max bid. Sports Nonsense and Whiskey 31. Rod's got 4. I've got 11. Jamie's got 1. Fortune's got 1. Cody's got 2. Hunter's got 1, and you have 1. Really need to think about who I'm going to get for a quarterback. Not Aaron Rodgers.
Let's look at who's available for you. Trevor Lawrence.
Yep. Little T-Law.
Back up with Kirk Cousins or Stafford.
Yeah, I don't mind
Baker Mayfield.
Baker or Stafford because I have Mike Evans and I have Cooper Kupp.
I'd stay away from Rodgers.
Yeah, I don't want Rodgers. That's like a sin for me.
Bets on if he'll last more than 45 seconds.
Yeah, I'm going to give him a minute and a half at least. For those that did tune in, thank you for sticking with us. This is how an auction draft works. If you've never partaken in one, it takes a long time, but especially at the beginning, it's very fast paced. It's a little crazy trying to get
people
your bids
get
in.
nuts with their bids, like
D's nuts.
$50 for Patrick Mahomes.
He didn't mean to.
I know, but it still happened. 49. If he would have gone for 49,
yeah,
still crazy. Christian McCaffrey did go under his AAV. His AAV of $83 is insane, in my opinion.
That is insane.
Like, you can't. What are you gonna do with your league, with your team, with the rest of your money if you spend $83 on one player?
Agreed.
But he went for 67. I think that's the highest, right?
Yeah.
People spent money on their running backs.
Rod says, "Love you guys. We love you too." Sorry
Thank
if we
you
were
for
a
joining
little,
us.
Yeah, thank you for joining. Thank you for drafting. Thank you for being a
Mhm.
listener. Sorry if we were a little foggy brained.
I want to apologize in advance to everyone who had to hear me cough.
I tried to mute it when I had
I'm
opportunities.
so
to.
sorry. I knew it was gonna happen. There's no way talking this much that I could have lasted.
I am down to just needing a quarterback. So we'll see who I get for
Yep.
quarterback. I just filled my last roster spot with Brian Robinson for $3. I couldn't let him go for just $3, or he was at $2.
Yeah.
Because I think Brian Robinson's a stud. I mean, that guy got shot and still came back and played.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, but I hope everybody has great luck this season. Even if Justin and I win, we cannot take home the whiskey.
right.
So looking forward to seeing
So when I
who
win
gets that.
with Kyle Pitts as MVP,
No. Are you
Um,
kidding me? No.
man, who do I want as my top
One nom
quarterback?
nom till your turn.
I know, and I just need a quarterback. Justin Fields. All right. Everybody, thank you for listening. We appreciate it.
Mhm.
We're gonna call it a day because we are sick. I know normally in the past we've stayed the whole time, but
We're wrapping up though, and
we
we'll
are wrapping
post the results, the final teams.
yeah.
And again, thank you everybody, and good luck.
And my hot toddy is gone, and I went for a little re-pour of that Keeper's Heart Irish American. Then I forgot that it was that, and I took a big old gulp, and it was like, whoo, because I was thinking it was my hot toddy.
Hopefully, the medicinal purposes are going to do you some good.
Yes, hopefully so. And that's all we got for today. Thank you for joining. Good luck in the rest of the draft for those.
You're nominating.
Oh, shoot.
You nominated Trevor Lawrence.
Okay, good. Going once, going twice.
Sold.